You are doing well this evening. And I thought tonight we would do a little something different. And we would make the motifs that are in this perpetual calendar. We could start with this one and go back in time, so to speak. Um, for those of you who watch my channel, I just put out the next stitch that's in this one, which was the arcade stitch. And I want to show you something. Look at this. We have already done every single one of these blue stitches, blue gray color, except for the Solomon's knot. That's the only one that is left. And then we would be going on to the textured stitches. We only have this one left, and I just put out the video for the arcade stitch. So, with that, oh, and yesterday I put out videos for three other stitches. So that's 4 new stitches for you. Hi, Tony. So let's see, which color shall I use? Let's use white. Let me see if I can find an end to this. If I can. If not, I will choose a different color that I can find the end to. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Of course, this is when the yarn doesn't want to cooperate. Sorry. I think I got bumped. Sorry about that. How you guys doing? I hope you all had a fantastic Friday, and that I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. Now, a lot of these motifs, okay, good. A lot of these motifs, they tell you they will start with a magic circle, but I prefer to do it with a chain of 4. But this one, this lovely little triangle is starting. I can get my yarn to cooperate. Is going to start with a chain of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm using a 4-weight yarn, and I am using an I9 5.5 millimeter. If you can read that or not, there we go. And we're not having any storms right now, but who knows? And join with a slip stitch to form a ring. Single crochet in the form a ring, chain 1. 2 single crochets in chain 10 ring. So 1, 2, single crochet, chain 5, single crochet in the chain ring, single crochet in the chain 10 ring, repeat from star 4 more times, single crochet in the chain 10, chain 2, double crochet in the first stitch, chain 1. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of instructions there. Hey Michelle, hey Rainbow. Hello to everybody. Everybody Subscribe to everybody. Like, comment, subscribe to me. Everybody give the thummies up for everybody. Okay, let me see if I can do this. This is the first time me doing this one too. So, we're going to do this together. Okay, so we want us to do a single crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet in the 10-inch ring, single crochet again, and then we're going to do this 5 more times. So we got to do another single, chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet, and another single, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have this circle and we're making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles all the way around. Yep. Yeah, I did do my 5. Okay. Do do do. Do do do. I hope you guys are having, like I said, a fantastic Friday. And I hope you guys are all have a wonderful weekend. Oh, don't tell me my yarn is tingly. Okay, if I get frustrated with this one, we may have to go to a different one. But we are all going to give this Steel College try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now next year though, I will be doing these like one at a time. This is a perpetual calendar. A year of crochet stitches, a stitch a day, perpetual calendar. So every day is a different stitch or a different motif, as August is doing motifs. Um, One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's make our last one. One more time, single crochet in the 10-inch, chain 2, double crochet in the first chain 1. Okay. Chain 2 and a double crochet in this first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure why we have that, because that makes that 7 instead of 6. I think I somehow okay, maybe that's chain 2. There we go. Now we got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Now we have 6. Okay. Chain 1, row 2, second round. Chain 1, single crochet the first double, single crochet in the first double, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Skip 3 single crochets, single crochet in the chain 5 space. So we're going to single crochet in this chain 5 space. Repeat to the last. So chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Single crochet the chain 5 space. Of course, this is when it wants to get tangled, it doesn't want to cooperate. Just when you want your yarn to cooperate, that's when it decides, nope, it's not going to cooperate. Why does yarn like to do that? I always like to pick the wrong, sometimes yarn just likes to pick the wrong time to not cooperate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chain, single crochet in the chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does anybody have any plans for the Shatika Woods? Does anybody have any plans for this holiday weekend? I know we're just gonna kind of sit back and relax. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the chain 5. My yarn has somehow decided to get tangled, so I really apologize. My yarn usually cooperates, but it had decided to pick tonight to be uncooperative. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're back to the beginning. Yeah, to the last 3 single crochets, chain 3, skip 3 chains, double crochet in the first chain 1. No, we just did that. No, we're in this one. Okay. Yep, we'll need a chain 3. Like, comment, share, subscribe. There's Noni! There's my Noni buddy. And a double crochet in the chain. That does not look right. That has to go there. Otherwise, that is not going to look right. That has to go there. It'll be a very wonky triangle. Chain 1. Two single crochets in the second bar of first double crochet. So 2 singles. 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip the single crochet. Okay, it says SH. SH is 2 double crochets, 2 trebles, chain 7, 2 trebles, 2 double crochets in the same space. So here we're going to do the shell of being 2 doubles, 1, 2, then 2 trebles. So you're going to go over, put that over twice. So you're going to make 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm fed up with this yarn. Okay, I got mad. I tell you right now, I mean, I don't know what I'm more mad at. This yarn that is not cooperating, or the fact that this particular one is not making sense to me. I think I'm more frustrated with myself. Okay. Ooh. Now that one looks like a doozy. That one has a V-stitch in it. And it's a 5 round, has 5 rounds in it. And it's got puff stitches. Don't know if I want to try that one yet. Moonrose, you're going to be doing a video tomorrow? Oh, nice. Hello, Moonrose. And hello, Miss Rainbow. And Tony. Tony, Maboni, Nina, Mamoni. Here's the 27th. Ooh, I like this one. You know what? I actually have green also. Let me see if this green is going to cooperate better. La 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 la. I think this one might. This green might actually cooperate. Woohoo! And then I could kick things up later. Okay, now they probably started with a magic circle. I am not a magic circle fan. So, we got 7 people and 11 thummies. Woohoo! So I'm going to start with a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And put that through. No. This is a perpetual. I got this from Michael's, and it's a perpetual calendar. A year of crochet stitches, a stitch a day, perpetual calendar. So every day there's a different stitch, or in the case of August, it has different motifs. And this is this motif. And it just has a picture and then the instructions. Like, this was on the 27th. And here are those instructions. In my room. Okay, so with main color, going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double crochet in the main color. So I double crocheted. Chain 2. 7 times, join with the slip stitch in the third chain of the chain 5. Okay, so I gotta do this 7 more times. Okay. Okay, that was 1. And then chain 2. Double crochet. Can't lose my circle. There it is. Chain 2. I hope all of you are having had a good week. We actually had a pretty decent week at work. Pretty decent couple of weeks. I just thought we would do something a little different tonight. We have one more of the big, on these Bella Coco crochet stitch card deck. We have only one more of the simple stitch combinations left of those, and then we go into the other stitches. By the way, if you ever get this, make sure you keep this box and you keep this book handy. This book comes in very, very handy. We're going to do this Bella course. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have 8 because after I did this one, it said repeat 7 more times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And chain 2, and then slip stitch at the top. Oh, that's cool. You made 4 scarves. Susan said she made 4 scarves today for donations to the food pantry. Oh, that is awesome. That's super awesome. Wish people would end up for our church's food pantry when we had a food pantry. But our church moved locations and we don't have a food pantry no more, which is very, very sad. Really, Oliver? Hi. My dog Oliver is being silly over here. Okay. Round 2. Slip stitch into the chain 2 space. So we're going to slip stitch into this chain 2 space. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 double crochets in one stitch chain 2 space. Okay, so 3 doubles. 1, 2, and 3. I think that's what they're saying. Oh yeah, in the first chain 2 space. Okay. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip a double crochet. Skip this double crochet. 4 doubles in the next chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Repeat from start to beginning, chain 3. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do 4 double crochets in each of these spaces. Oh, what a food pantry or like a food bank is a place where, like, for instance, at my church, when we did it, people would donate food to the church, and then the church would give out the food to the people that needed it. And it's usually, people who like on a low income families, or they live in shelters, and they have to get their food from food banks. Like if you have a food bank in your town, um, that it would be like that. A food, and usually, like, we have a main food bank, and then a lot of the churches in my town are where people would go to to the church within their area to get food from them. So I mean, it's food that's been donated. Sometimes local stores might donate, or a lot of times people from the church would donate food. It's usually um, uh, stuff that you could put on a shelf, that's going to last a while. Or sometimes, like in our case, sometimes we did have some refrigerated things like bread, butter, but mostly we had like shelf stable things like cereal, soup, juice, because some juices are shelf stable, like mashed potatoes, rice, things of that sort. I see you, Noni. I see Susan. I see Tony. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, I did not mean to bump that. Okay. Now the doubles. 4 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is so much easier when you got yarn that wants to cooperate, and a pattern that's a little easier to understand, the one that actually goes well. I think the circle into a triangle was just really throwing me. 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got ahead of myself a little bit. 1, 2, 3. We're getting there. We just got 4 more spaces to do. This is actually looking kind of pretty. Um, one of the ideas I am toying with to do on this channel, to do with this book. There it is. One of the books I got from Half Price Books, while we're thinking about motifs, it says Go Crochet Afghan Design Workbook. And it has 50 motifs, 10 projects, one of a kind results. And one of the cooler things about this particular book, I mean, besides being spiral bound, which is really nice, is that when, like, for instance, I just haven't opened this page where it says Oscar Square. At the bottom of the page, it gives you a mix match of other motifs that could match it, that could go with it in a project. And I just think that is the smartest thing I've ever seen. Like, these are other kind of motifs that could go with it in like a blanket project and still work. That's just an amazing idea. I've never seen a book do anything like that, but it does that for every single one of the motifs in this particular book. But that's going to be down the road. Oh, thank you. I got this at half price books for only $12.49. According to the back of the book, it was originally $25, like $24.99. So definitely got half. um. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a chain 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I got this space and this space. 2 more to go. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Yeah, but not a double. There's a double. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Have to do my chain 3. I almost forgot to do the chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 4. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And slip stitch. And there's where we are so far. That actually is looking pretty cool right now. I like this. Okay. So we're at this point. We've done this, and we just did this. So now we get to do this. This looks interesting. Okay. So, round 3. We're going to chain 1. Okay. Oh. Oh. I forgot to put I forgot to put a half double somewhere, but that's okay. We're going to pretend we did it. Chain 1, single crochet in the first half, double crochet. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 4 doubles. So we're going to skip these 4 doubles. Okay. And then we're going to do this shell, which is a double chain. Okay, which is in the chain 3 space. So right here, we're going to skip all this, and come over here to the chain 3 space. And we are going to do a double. And then they want us to do a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then another, this is all in this same space, by the way. Then another double. Then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then a double. Then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a double. Ooh. So it looks something like that. Because we're making these corners. That's a lot. It's a lot of chainings and doubles. Okay. Okay, next chain, then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to skip over these doubles and then skip the 4 double crochets, single in the next chain 3 space. Then we're going to put a single right there. Okay. Then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to skip these 4 doubles. And then in this one is where we're going to put the shell. So we're going to put the shell. We're going to put this shell that we made over here, right there. And then this one is going to be a single crochet. Then in that one is going to be the shell, then a single, and then a shell, and then a single. So you're going to have, see, we made the shell. Here's the single. Then the next set 3 spaces, another shell, then the single, then a shell. So you have 4 shells and 4 singles. What am I making? We are just doing one of the motifs in my book, or in my, we're just working on some motifs, just to kind of see how they're made and how to try to make them. Because I would like in the future to make some more motifs, show you guys how to make actual motifs. And this is a perpetual calendar. Every day it has a different stitch, and for August it has different motifs. This was the 27th. Here's today's. I tried to do that and I just utterly failed. And I looked at that and I was like, okay, that one's a bit much for me. What are they used for? Motifs are used for this. In making of blankets. Like, it'd be just like if you were to make, like granny squares and put them all together. Like Miss Noni has a big box full of granny squares that need to be put together, but she doesn't like putting them together. Sorry, Noni. But like I was saying earlier, in this book, um, which we'll also do down the road, I'd have to work at it, so practice with it first. Um, this book will show you, all the directions on how to do the each one, and then it gives you other motifs that go with it, and then of course a lot of project books like that will give you, like, see, here's the Brilliant Starburst. It's an intermediate level, and it has different motifs. French Country. Um, Here's the how to assemble, like this one's called Blueberry Pancake. And see, it's got a couple of different motifs that go together. So it's just, see, you just put the motifs together to make a blanket. That's what they are good for. But this book is really awesome. It gives you a guideline on how to put them together. Even octagons, there's a spring octagon. How to assemble the octagons. And we're trying, I mean, they do everything. They give you all the goodies. But that's what motifs are good for, is by putting them all together to make a blanket or a scarf. Wow. But that's what they are good for. But this I got at Michael's. And for the month of August, they are doing motifs every day. And I just thought we would do something a little different. And I did work, and this is with a 4 weight. And this is an I9 5.5 millimeter hook. Now, earlier tonight, I did the arcade stitch. I did a tutorial for the arcade stitch. Oh, wow. Thriftbooks.com, and Susan says if you buy so much from them, they give you a free book. Wow, I've never heard of thriftbooks.com. That's pretty cool. Let's see. I frogged the one that I actually made at one point, and I don't remember what the one that I made was. This one I think looks interesting. Looks kind of similar. That one I'm not really sure if I could do. That one. I don't know if I could do that. That looks interesting though. Some of these they start with, they'll tell you, like the one that's for today, they had you start with a chain 10 and slip stitch to join, form a ring, and then you made these rings, and then I was trying to figure out how to do this part, and I was just utterly failed because it just made no sense to me. Whereas like with this one, where it has a lot of puff stitches, some of them they have you use a magic circle, magic ring, whereas I like to do a chain 4. And give you a sneaky peek into tomorrow. There's tomorrow's. That one also uses puff stitches. I got all these puffy stitches. Hey. Oh, yes, there's a couple of them that had so many instructions, like this one. It's had so many instructions. Check this out. This was from the 21st. You have this page, and it says, look, it says continued. Here's the rest of the breast. It takes a whole page and a half. Well, basically a whole page, but it's got 2 pages to add instructions. That's just amazing. It was the 20th. Here's the, you know what, let's just go back. Let's go back to the beginning of August. See if I can find the beginning of August. It's 9, 3, 1. See, it says here, August. They're doing motifs. All motifs in this section are worked in the round. Do not turn after each round. Right side must be facing you at all times. Most motifs begin with a magic circle. And they give you what a magic circle is. Magic circle, holding yarn tail in left hand, wrap working yarn around 2 fingers clockwise. Hold crossing yarns with thumb. Insert hook into circle, yarn over, pull up, loop, chain required number of stitches, work required number of stitches into loop. When all first round stitches are complete, pull tail tight to draw, center closed, complete round with a slip stitch. I've chosen to share squares, triangles, hexagons, and octagons since these are the easiest to join into a fabric as you go. There's one circle in here just for fun. See, joining motifs after pattern instructions. Here's the first one. This is the one that I did at the beginning, was this one. Two books for less than $10. Oh, I missed something. Okay. There's the second. That was kind of like a snowflake to me. August 3rd. Now there's another one that would probably... Those got puff stitches. Ugh. I hate puff stitches. August 4. Ooh, that one's pretty. Do not like puff stitches. There are too many of them that have puffy puff stitches. Puffy stitches. Oh, too many puffies. Ooh. Shall we try? This one doesn't have any puffs. Nope, no puff stitches. It is worked in 5 rounds, and this one is in a circle. No. But something else I need to make more of are the granny squares and the granny square flower deck. I do have over here in the box. Yep. I do have some of them, what we've gotten done so far. And I'm going to wait till we get them all done before we connect them. Which will make 100 squares. Because there's 100 in the granny square deck, and there's 100 in the flower square deck. So that's 100 squares. That's a lot of squares. You might work on this one night. Latch hook. I don't know if any of you ever made latch hooks when you were a kid. This one is a little keychain one. That was always fun for me as a kid, as a little kid, to do latch hooks. This is another latch hook, but I can't decide if I want to actually make this one or if I'm going to give this one to my daughter because she likes Pooh Bears. So I might give it to her to do, or I might make it and then give it to her. I haven't decided. This keeps bugging me about it. I keep bugging myself about it. I even have the stack of colors over here to work with. And I even had thought about using, I have these 3 different skeins of yarn that have very fall colors to them. They look almost exactly the same, but they're not. They're actually different. They're actually different. They look very similar, but they're actually very different. It's subtle, but they are different. This one is actually, I love this yarn. This one actually on the label, I love this yarn. And it's called Cinnamon Cedar is the name of this one. Tony! You're going to do some lives as well? That's awesome. I'm at Eastern Standard Time. Oh, thank you. Yes, these are actually three different yarns. They look really similar, but they're actually 3 different, but I think they go very well together for fall. Anyway, I know this was kind of an unusual evening, but I just thought we would do something a little bit different and try to make a motif or two. That was not an answer. No, be right back is not an answer, Denise. Although I would like, and I do not have Restream or StreamYard yet. That's still something that I have to think about before I get into that. Either one of those. But I'm still thinking on those. I mean, they're kind of on my thinking list. I do have a project made for Decade Divas. That is through Critters Crochet and the Spoony Stitcher. Also, every morning, I have devotions that I read every morning. Please check out those. And as you are listening to the devotions, if it reminds you of any other verse, please leave that in the comments and let me know, because I am keeping a notebook. You have a sub for Zoom. Wow. You need to go to Hobby Lobby. Yeah, it's been a few weeks since I went to Hobby Lobby and Michael's. I really should go. This white yarn was giving me fits. It did not want to cooperate. And then I had this off I can't tell if it's an off-white or if it's like a really pale yellow. I'm just going to use this pink and this pink. These are two different shades of pink. But I think I have tied up enough of your guys' time so that Miss Noni can come on and do her thing. I don't want to take up her time. She's a very lovely lady, very funny. Noni is very, very funny, you guys. But on my channel, I like to go thrift shopping, and if I make any purchases, I let you know. And we have devotions, and if I make anything, I will let you know. And we will. This was actually kind of fun. I wish one of them would have cooperated more, but that's okay. I just could not understand this one. This one was just giving me fits. I just could not get it. I just could not get the hang of it. It was making me very, very mad. And then when yarn makes you mad, you gotta step away from it because you don't want yarn to make you mad. Especially when you like yarn. You don't want the yarn to make you mad. That's not nice. But be safe, everybody. Be safe this holiday weekend. Have fun, but don't get into too much mischief that gets you into all kinds of trouble. You don't need to be in. Have fun. Be safe. Have fun with your friends and family. And I'm hoping tomorrow I will get the last one, like I said, on these Bella crochet cards. These are the ones that we have already learned thus far. Go back and look at my videos. We have the linen moss stitch, ripple, primrose, houndtooth, shell, granny stripe. And go really look at that video because I did a comparison between the granny stripe and a granny square. Grit, true grit, brick stitch, herringbone double crochet, Suzette, rolling waves, eyelet, block, little fans, V-stitch, which is in a lot of granny squares, by the way, side saddled, which sort of looks like a drunken granny to me, lark's foot, bead, sturdy mesh. Noni's not going on until she wants you to stay on, Rachel. Okay. We have filet crochet. I'll tell you what, some people can make some really good filet crochet. Some people do a really awesome job at the filet crochet. A colander. Not the kind that you use to cook with, which I did show that in the video. I'm like, we're not using this. We're not making this. We are making a colander stitch. Thermal. And I don't mean thermal underwear either. And then recently I just did the spike stitch. A double linen moss stitch. And the chevron. And the chevron is pretty cool. It says this pattern, the sample is made with 3 colors. And they show you the 3 colors. and changing every 2 rows. However, it can be made in any number of colors, which can change any number of rows, which is 2. Aww. Well, you need to learn to crochet. It's fun. But I do like that. Hearing us talk about crochet and how to do things makes you feel good. I really like that. And then arcade. The one I did earlier tonight, it's called the arcade. No, I don't mean like going to the arcade. I do, although I do talk about that in the video. But the last one for these, what they call a simple combination that I'm gonna work at tomorrow, it's called a Solomon's knot. And then after that, we'll be doing textured stitches. What is cool, I think is cool about these is that they also give a closer look at what the stitches look like. I think that's a really nice idea. But that's gonna be coming up. If you ever buy this box, make sure you keep the box. Keep a hold of this because this gives you a lot of really good instructions. This gives you a card that tells you the hook sizes for both US and UK because the UK uses different terms, as well as the stitch conversions between US and UK. And especially if you're ever going to look at some older crochet patterns, a lot of times they will use English or UK stitch terms. So you have to really kind of pay attention to what's being said, because it does matter. Yes, I know you. Thank you. I'm glad you like those cards. And I tell you what, working with these granny squares, has given me a new look on working with graphs, because that's exactly what they give you, is a graph. And this is about as far as it gets. Special stitches and joining. Although they do tell you in like this granny square flower box, what some of the special stitches are. Granny background chart. Working 3D flowers. There's still... Okay, that's the flower deck. Granny square deck. See, like, here's the very first one, right? Which is the first one we did. And, see, which is a basic. It does give you some notes and some joining, but this is all you get to see. So you have to look at the book, because then it will tell you, it'll give you a stitch chart of what the symbols mean. That's very helpful if you've never read a graph before. And just reading a stitch chart, very helpful. Now there are a couple of them that they will give instructions to that are in here. Not all of them, but there are a couple of them. So that when you're changing the colors, then it tells you how to do it. There was one of them that I did that I actually had to refer to another book in order to figure it out. Yeah. That's why when I do these videos, when I do the videos, the tutorials for these, what I do Like for instance, when I did we'll do it at the very top. When I did the linen moss, I will tell you the name of the stitch, skill level, the multiples, and the stitches used. And then I show you the instructions, and I put the instructions pretty close up to the camera so that you guys can see the instructions. That way, if you want to do a screenshot, you can do screenshots. But then I still go through and do a swatch of said patterns. Um, so that way you know how to do said pattern. Okay. Where did I... Okay. I got all of these from a bookstore. I'm trying to think now. I think it's Borders. But this I remember getting from Michael's. These were from Borders. And of course, most of my yarn is from thrift stores. Um, oh, something else that I also like to do every now and then. I like to make pot holders. Maybe one night we will make those. I have to get out enough loops for that. My loops are kind of buried right now. But the little kid in me, and I prefer to use the metal ones. I do have plastic ones, but I prefer to use the metal ones. They metal ones do my metal ones do have a little bit of a bend in one of the pegs, but that's okay. It's like it's still usable. Like this one's really bent, but I can still use it. I actually have done it. I I have to try that. I think I have done it once or twice, but it's been a really long time. I actually have. Oh, what is her name? Because I bought the knit and weave yarn, knit and weave kit. I can't think of the lady's name now, but I do have that, and it has the various size pegs, so that you can use them to um, make blankets, to make scarves, make. There's a circle one to make hats. It had, and you can change up the size of the loom to make anything you want, whether it's a blanket, scarf, hat, cowl, um, placemats. I have that as well. That's somewhere in the back of my craft room. I have not done that though with this. I'll have to toy with that idea another day. But I also like to play with these occasionally. Another idea I'm kind of toying around with. Is Noni on, or is she still here? If she's on her channel, that's cool. Um, oh, you love to weave too? Cool. I actually have on an S loom a blanket that is almost done. Well, actually, technically, it's done. It just needs to be taken off. But I keep making it longer and longer. And then I have another blankets on a rectangle loom. Um, it only has two panels together, and I made it for my daughter when she was a kid. But now she's outgrown it, so now I need to make more panels, and then add them to that one so it'd make it big enough for her. So that's you were scheduled for 11. Okay. I don't have a clock in front of me. And I don't want to mess up my phone. So if I take this off, then I'll lose my phone. Um, you want to see the blanket? Okay, I'm not sure how. Okay, hang on. Give me a minute. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Up front and personal. Here's the S loom, and here's my blanket. If I put this on my right here, see how long this is? It's like incredibly long. It really should be taken off of the loom at this point, but I haven't. It probably should be taken off about now. Oh. Sorry. I turned it around the wrong way. Ah! Did you guys get to see that, or did I turn that wrong? Did it the wrong way? I hope you got to see it. Thank you, Miss Noni. Um. Okay. All right. Oh, here we go. I should have just done that instead of messing with the camera. Silly me. What am I gonna do on this mess? Okay. Ta-da! Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whew. Thinking. Oh. Now this is several years old because, like I said, I made this for my daughter when she was a kid. And this is all scrap yarn. It's 2 panels put together. This is panel 1, panel 2. And I have started a 3rd panel. I'm gonna make like 4 panels, I think, to make it anywhere near big enough. Like I'm gonna put, like here's my blanket, right? Put 1 on each side to make it big enough for her. Because, like I said, I made this for my daughter when she was like a little kid, and now she's a grown adult, and it's way too small for her now. So I'm going to add a panel on each side, and then add, put an actual border on it, because I didn't put a border on this one. Put an actual border on it, and then it'll be done. It's just going to be really scrappy. It's just going to be a scrap blanket. Thank you, ladies. You are so kind. You are so very kind. Come here. Oliver. Up. Come here, Oliver. Come here. Come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Say hi. This is Oliver. Oliver says hi. You want to come up and say hi. He's being nosy. He had to come and say hi. All right, get down. Down. Get down, Oliver. Um, I still have the little box of squares down here that I showed you guys the other night. Tony says, hi, Oliver. Oh, I'll have to go back and find the pattern for this. I made this for my mom's a few years ago. It actually has these baubles right here. It's all one. It was the first time I ever made a purse like this. Um, it's all one piece. This was fun. You had to put like, either use bulky yarn or use regular 4/8 yarn, but you had to use like 3 or 4 strands together. So anyway, oh, thank you. Thank you. You guys are too kind. You really are. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I tried. I got frustrated. With that triangle. This triangle made me so mad. And a lot of these motifs when you use puffs, and I do not like puffs very well. They're pretty in here, like the one for tomorrow is very pretty. And the one that's going to be for Sunday almost looks like it's coming up. It looks like a ship, like a wooden ship wheel kind of thing. Oh, you said I'm talented. Thank you. That makes me feel good. I do try to make things as well as I can. There are a lot of people out there better than me, but I do try my best to do what I can. I thank you for all the thummies. Everybody give me thummies. Thumbs up. And go give her and like, comment, share, subscribe to me, and like, comment, share, subscribe to everybody else out there in the YouTube world. And when you watch their lives and you go back and watch your other videos, make sure you give them thumbs up on all their videos, because YouTube likes all kinds of things when it comes to the algorithms. They like all that. Yes, that's Oliver. That's Mr. Oliver. He's a good boy. He's an old doggy, but he's a good boy. So with that, I will let you guys go. So I'll go watch. You guys can watch Noni, because I'm actually kind of tired. I mean, I've had a good day at work, but it's been a long couple of weeks. I need some rest. But I will see you guys tomorrow. If I get a chance, I will maybe try to come on again during the day. So, love y'all. Bye.